Hello Virgo, it's Oh My God Tarot, and this is your December 2018 love reading. Woo! Did I say it's Oh My God Tarot? Because it's Oh My God Tarot. And I'm going to pull 3 romance oracle cards from the deck for your theme. But first, I'm going to shuffle on, just casually talking about you guys. Well, you're Virgo is your earth sign, so you're very practical. And you're very materialistic at times. You can be really cheap. You could be really cheap if we're being real. But you do like fine things, or you do like to make it look like your stuff is high quality. You like to... Very good hygiene. That's one thing I will say. It's never been wrong. Very good hygiene. And Virgos, you guys are critical. You guys are elitist, very discriminating. You guys are not with the rah-rah. Like I like to say. A little inhibited, but it has nothing to do with other people. You guys are self-inhibited, which is a damn shame because you guys are very talented. And a little worrisome. You guys make good service people, good nurses, good helpful people. You guys make good entrepreneurs, but like you have to have a partner who is going to do all the charismatic, weird stuff. You guys will just action things. You guys are really good at that. And what else? Virgos, you guys are very sensitive and nice and... I don't know about thoughtful or romantic, but like you guys enjoy romance. How about that? Very smart sign, very good sign, very clever sign, very hardworking sign. Okay? Alright, here we go. First card, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And for some of you, it might just be like, okay, Christianity, what? Like Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever it is you believe in. Or it could have everything to do with your just like how you grow up, your upbringing. That's it. Like, in our household we use loofahs, and in your household they use rags. And for some reason we can't get past this, and it's not gonna work. Right? Just upbringing issues. Does the toilet paper go over or does it go under? This could make or break a relationship. Stuff like that. And that might be an issue in your relationship. There's things that don't gel because of beliefs and built-in ways and tendencies. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Perhaps so different, not the same interests, not the same upbringing, right? But you got to make a special effort, Virgo. That's what you got to do to make it work. Sometimes you guys forget that. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Perhaps some of you guys are, if there's already children involved, you better make the effort. I mean, be for real, Virgo. You're having children with this person, and you're like, but they don't have this. They don't, have the same beliefs as me. Kind of. It's like, okay, then how did you get to the point of children before? So you better make it work, bruh. And you know what? It might not even just be that. Like, you might not just share kids together. There just might be kids involved in this situation. So what if they have like nephews, nieces, children, grandchildren that are staying with them, or they, currently watching for now, or living with them, their family's living with them, and it's getting annoying or straining the relationship, etc. And there's nothing they can really do about it. Cut them some slack, or cut yourself some slack. I also know that Virgos are very good with children, so if children are a thing in the relationship, if there's something that's holding you from progressing towards children, it's kind of a big red flag. Because children are usually something that Virgos want. But let's see what the spread has to say. Here we go. This is the golden universal. We have Queen Virgo. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a female Capricorn, female Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And this is a very responsible person. And this is like somebody who has the energy of a reliable spouse who, if you forgot to turn off the stove, don't worry, they're on it. Like somebody who you don't have to worry about, because they'll cross your T's or dot the I's that you forgot. Good ally energy, but also just very stable and traditional, structured and tactful, well-mannered, and they like to enjoy life and the finer things in life, luxury items, if you will. The next card you have is the Page of Wands. This person's very action-oriented, prepared for battle, prepared to carry out tasks and missions. I feel like there's a stability between you and whatever partner or whoever it is you're talking about. And what you appreciate is somebody who's emotionally stable, like somebody who's practical and realistic, and you don't have to deal with too much emotion, because I guess, again, Virgo, you're Virgo. You can't do the emotional outburst things. It's too much for you, and you don't like to be embarrassed, so you like to really have control over how people, you know, react to you. And it feels like you want someone who's very much aligned with that sentiment, and but like, it's like you have to take action, but it's like you're wearing all this armor, so you have to be very cautious about how you take action towards people, especially if you're not aligning religiously, or just like-mindedness, like, is not the same, right? They might be a little crazy. All right, what's your next card? You got the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with any type of water sign: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. All three crazy to you. You might find them to be a little bit, they have the allure, okay? They're very sensitive and sweet towards you, which you love, because you love to fluff your ego, and you love to get like that nourishment, that gentle emotional love and nurturement that you know, I'm not saying that you can't provide that, but it's not your forte, right? So you love getting nurtured. You love when people give you love. You like, it feels so good, and you appreciate it, as a sensitive and kind of like, you know, Virgos have to be very hard sometimes, or they have to hold it all together on the outside. They can't let anyone see them sweat. So when they get somebody who's nurturing and loving towards them, they just really appreciate that they can be a little bit vulnerable with them, and they appreciate that type of energy. And I feel like maybe these are the makings of the energy that you kind of want sitting next to you, okay? Because if you have children there, you do want this nurturing figure. You want somebody that is going to be a good mother to your children. You want somebody who's going to be a good father to your children, and just overall just be very nurturing and emotionally, spiritually understanding. And I think that, like, there's two queens here, and then there's the action of passion in between with that knight, and being very protective even. So I don't know, let's see what this whole spread has to say. Okay, then we have more cups, so definitely thinking it's a water sign. You have the Nine of Cups, which is a very spiritually confident person. Like, this is somebody who's like, they get recognized for their creativity, their intuition, their originality, you know, and also just like being quirky, eccentric, and unique, and like, I feel like intuitive. And what was sitting next to the Queen of Cups, it's almost like being like the authority on like advice and wisdom and almost prophecies. So it's weird, because you have religious factors, like really core issues affecting the relationship, like religious and beliefs, that's huge. And then you have if you just make a little bit of an effort, it can work out. And especially when there are children involved in the situation, especially like when you have to watch what you say, and we have to like put it in a way that is comprehensible to the person you're talking to. I feel like you just have to be delicate with the matter. Okay? I feel like if you're talking to somebody and there's children around, talking to your partner, there's children around, you have to change your approach. You know, you just have to make a little bit more of an effort. Okay? And then the spread would have you say that like this whole thing is about motherhood. And so it could be your mom, it could be your sister who's a mother and has kids living with you. You know, it could be just any type of, it could be the issue of motherhood, and kind of like just the passion walking towards it. Because there is spiritual confidence, and there is motherly nourishment, confidence. So it's almost like the partner that you're with has either that motherly feel to them, or you have that motherly feel to you. So there's definite spiritual and like emotionally intelligent like energy that will help with this issue. So I don't think this is a non-overcomable type of theme given this reading, but like it feels like there's queen energy that needs to surface, guys. Like there's queen energy that needs to surface, and it needs to, you know, kind of be the effort that is made to face whatever religious obstacle you guys are having. I feel like it's just misunderstandings, and like if you're with somebody and it's very serious, and then you just have a disagreement, and it's because you believe one thing, you believe something, it's like a counseling session. It's a counseling session, but it definitely is taking emotional understanding, like the Queen of Cups would suggest. And it would definitely be ideal to go to somebody that you recognize as a spiritual authority and seek their counsel, their advice, but also the authority on just being practical with the Queen of Pentacles. So you might want to find like some type of earth sign to just mediate whatever the religious factors are, because it's almost even like an aha away. Like, okay, how about you practice your religion, you practice your religion, and you guys meet each other somewhere in the middle, you know, and teach each other something from each other's religion each week or something. Don't make your kids choose. You know, you feel like you have to defend yourself. You have to defend why you're not either going to align with their beliefs or they're not. Like, it's just you're passionate about what your beliefs are, whether if you have them or not. You know, you could be like, there's nothing to this universe and here's why. And you're saying that to somebody who really believes that there's more, and you're defending yourself. You're finding that you're defending yourself, and you have to be courageous and face like parents and face like a community of people who are like, why the heck can't you just convert to our religion? Like, what the heck? Like, what? And it creates like, but you're also at the same time very confident in your stance, but you don't want to offend people because that's your, you know, potential partner or your, then you like your partner. This is it. I mean, there's something if there's children involved, is what I'm saying. But it feels like, basically overall, it feels like if you're having issues with the partner, and it just takes a special effort, it takes a little bit of emotional understanding. That's it. And I know that, again, I'll say it again, it's not your forte, emotional understanding. So seek the counsel of a female, seek the counsel of a feminine, or somebody who seeks, who's just like wise, who just exudes wisdom. You know, they deal with things like a counselor, therapist, somebody with a lot of emotional intelligence and understanding, who has been through similar experiences before. You might want to talk to your father if that's your mother. If you know, if you're a male, you talk to your father. If you're a female, you talk to your mother, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Whatever they represent to you, the nurturing party in the that you go to for authority on nurture and spirituality and advice. But this whole thing with the 7 of Wands at the end, where you have to be all defending yourself, I feel like that's not really conducive to making an effort to, you know, religious factors. Being defensive is not what you want. I don't think it would serve you, because then it's like a roadblock in the conversation. It's like you can't get past filtered ears, like when you're all defensive. So you might definitely want to make an effort to not do that and just be spiritually sound, spiritually enlightened, like the 9 of Wands, who just like looks at situations from a broader perspective instead of being so hardcore in the situation and reacting and going back and forth. You're just like, okay, so I'm trying to see what you're saying here, okay? And I'm trying to understand your intentions with what you're saying, okay? And once your intentions are just petty, then conversation over. But I'm really trying to understand you and like use a tone that lands well so that we can actually have a healthy dialogue. You know what I mean? Like do some Virgo Jedi techniques where you're like, okay, normally I wouldn't listen to you. I'd just be like, no one understands, and you know what I mean? But I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna curb my defensiveness this time around, right? So I feel like, I mean, it might be a little bit of tumultuousness, you know, with some serious major religious factors. Like, whew, that could get rough, especially if you have like some very religious parents and like, Lord. But anyways, there it is. There's your monthly love reading. I hope you enjoyed it, Virgo. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.